Hey, this is Chris with Phoenix Gaming, and really today we're just going to go over some announcements. I had some things that I wanted to share with everybody, and I felt like this was the best way to do it. So, first and foremost, as always, I'm going to give you an overview, and then we're going to talk about everything kind of a little bit at a time. And the first thing I wanted to let everybody know is the 40K content is going to stop right now. And that's we'll get into why in just a minute. But we are going to be looking to cover a few different games: Wasteland Warfare, Old World, AOS. All of this is going to be taking precedence over 40K. I'm sure some of you have noticed that I've been doing a lot of Orc videos lately, and I figured I'd go ahead and let everybody know I'm not even going to finish that Orc series now. So I just wanted to be upfront with everybody. So the 40K content is stopping. And the first thing I want to do is I want to remind everybody I do try to be as transparent as absolutely possible. Whenever something happens and life gets me kind of caught up and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't put any content out, I do try to let people know. And I try to be very forthcoming about as much as I can. I don't want there to be any kind of secrets or anything. I want everybody to be very well aware of why I do what I do, especially with regard to my videos and content, because ultimately my content isn't for me. I'm not watching it. I do, but I don't. It's for all of you. All of you watch it. So that's why I try to be as transparent as possible so that you all understand what it is I'm saying, where I'm coming from, things like that. I've also, I've not been shy about expressing how I feel about 10th edition. I've said it multiple times in multiple videos. It is not my favorite. I'd actually go so far as to say that as a person who played third and fourth and some of fifth, then got back into eighth and ninth and 10th, as of right now, I feel like 10th is my least favorite. That may not be true if I were to go back and play like third and fourth, and I understand that because these were years ago. But as of right now, I just don't like 10th. It's mainly what it's going to come down to. I haven't liked it. I've not enjoyed most of my interactions with it. I've had fun games, but that's less to do with the game and more to do with just like the people I'm playing with. And there's just so many little things in 10th edition that I just don't like or enjoy that I can't sit here and say this is the one thing that pushed me away from this edition. It's just a lot of little minor things that just kind of culminate into one big issue. And really, for me, the final straw was when we had the Orc Codex Forge World culling. Orcs on or knobs on war bikes went away. What else went away? The war boss on war bike went away. Grot tanks went away. The mega tank went away. A lot. It was like 15 or 16 total data sheets, which is about 25% of the playable data sheets in the Orc Codex, or like the totality of it. And that was kind of the final straw for me because this wasn't like Space Marines where, hey, you lost access to like five dreadnoughts, but we also have just given you five new dreadnoughts anyway. And it's not a we're sending this to Legends because you already have these in a newer form and these are just redundancies. I could speculate on why they went away. I'm not going to on the video, given my position as an employee, as all of you know. Yes, I'm on the events team. No, I don't have any insider information, but I'm not going to speculate on why that decision was made publicly, just because I do enjoy my job and I don't want to do or say something that could kind of jeopardize it. So that being said, uh, that was kind of the final straw when the Codex came out, and I was like, hey, like knobs on bikes, they didn't change, but like I really like them and I play them anyway. Oh, now I don't get to play them. War Boss on bike, oh, now I don't get to play it. Like, yes, I can play them, but I can't take them to events. So for the way that a lot of my play group plays, like, yeah, we could bring legend stuff, but I don't see necessarily the point. If I'm going to be going to a tournament and I can't take it to the tournament, I'm not going to play with these units more than once or twice every few months. And these were staple units, some of them, in both my playstyle and my lists. And like I said, I don't think it has anything to do with having replacements on the horizon. Badruck also went away, and he's not even Forge World, so I didn't really get that. I'm wondering if maybe there's a new Badruck coming, but I don't know. Again, I just want to remind everybody I don't have magical insider information. But Badruck went away. The knob on Banner went away, which also kind of weird because, again, not a Forge World model. I get that it's very old and maybe there's a replacement on the horizon, but that's just speculation. There's no insider information there. But it was just sorry about the bouncing. But it was that was it. Like in an edition where I already don't like it that much, and I'm mostly just playing to have something to do when I go hang out with my friends and to occasionally get out to events because I don't even do tournaments like I used to. And to be fair, like a lot of the local tournaments, the numbers are going down. So, you know, that was the final straw. And I really what really pushed me over the edge was when okay, I just lost 15 plus data sheets in orcs. Most of them, if not all of them, Forge World, which is most of the Forge World units for orcs. Does this mean the Tantalus is going away? Again, I don't know. I think it does, but I don't know. I want to make sure I'm very clear on that. But but all of that was just like it just left a bad taste in my mouth in an edition where, like I said, I already just don't like it. So so like I said, that means I am going to stop making 40K related content. I again wanted to tell everybody up front. And, you know, I do appreciate everybody that's been with me for the ride. We've seen a lot of growth over the last few years. You know, I think I've been doing this for 2 years now. Yep. This is my second year. We're at almost 700 subscribers, and most of you are here for the 40K content. And again, I appreciate it. And actually, most of you are here for the Drukhari content. And so, again, I am really sorry to have to give this news. And I understand that there's a lot of you out there that are potentially going to be going to watch other channels, and I'm probably going to lose some subscribers. But at the end of the day, I'd rather do that than just not say anything and be like, well, if I don't say anything, maybe they won't leave. You know, I would just rather be upfront and honest. And, you know, if that means that you're like, hey, man, like, this is the only reason I was here, I'm going to unsubscribe. I respect that and I understand it, and I am not upset with that at all. Completely get it. But what it does mean is that I am going to be looking into new games, and I have been looking into new games. I've enjoyed the shit out of my Blood Bowl leagues. That's a game that I have always loved, and I just always forget that I love it until I start playing it again. Because I'll go a year or two without playing it, and then I'll start playing it again. I'm like, oh my god, this game is awesome. Wasteland Warfare, we started getting back into. I played that about 2 years ago, and I forgot what a phenomenal game that is. I'm going to do a series of how-to videos on that, and I'm probably going to be streaming some games of that. And we're gonna see if we can build a big community locally for it. I want to do, and I'm gonna do a little bit of just like tooting my own horn here, but I'm going to try to do for the Wasteland Warfare community what I was able to do for the 40K community locally. Not that I built it, I didn't build the 40K community from the ground up, but I definitely expanded it quite a bit and really just drove it for a long time. And part of the reason, again, stepping away from the content is like, I just don't have it in me to continue supporting this game that I'm just not having fun with. So I am going to continue with AOS. It's one of those where right now the game's fun. It's fine. I don't hate it. And I don't hate Games Workshop. You know, again, don't take this the wrong way. I don't hate, and I'm not bashing Games Workshop. They made their decision for whatever reason they made their decision, and that's okay. It just means I don't want to be involved in that game for now. Now, if 11th edition comes out and it looks better or something changes, that doesn't mean I won't get back into it. It just means for right now, I'm done. Old World has been a blast. We've been doing that. And for those that have watched my bat reps and my stream games, the reason we haven't had them in a while, and I've let everybody know before, a pipe broke in my house. I had a flood in the basement, and I it's all clean. It's all fixed. but I haven't replaced some of the things that got damaged from it. So I just got to replace a few things, and I just haven't done it yet. But for these games that we've been talking about, I will be continuing to do how-to videos just like I did for 40K, you know. And if there is something 40K related that you'd like to see or get answered, you can ask. Just drop a comment sometime on one of my other videos, and I'll do my best to work on it. But I will tell you up front, like it's going to be low priority, but I will do my best to work on it. I will make a note of it. I do read every comment, so I do pay attention. So if there's something you guys need, just ask. If I can answer it, I will. If I can't, I'll at least point you in the right direction. But outside of that, like I said, I'm just going to be done with it. And we're going to move on to some bigger and better things. And hopefully, everybody is willing to kind of go along for the ride. We can all explore some new games together. And some of these, like Wasteland Warfare, are actually kind of cheap to get into comparatively because it's more of a skirmish level game. And the boxes, like you can pick up one box and play the game. So maybe we'll have some fun checking that out. So overall, again, just wanted to be upfront, wanted to be honest, wanted to thank everybody, and that's it. Thanks for listening, and we will see you in the next video.